All right. Again, thank you for joining the Texas Habitat Mortgage Servicing webinar brought to you by Habitat Texas, and David McKeever and Reese Collins, who are the mortgage servicing experts with Dallas Habitat, and I will let them take it away. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Amy. My name is David McKeever, the CFO here at Dallas Area Habitat. I wanted to go over a couple key points with you guys before Reese does his presentation. First of all, thank everybody for being on the call this morning. It's pretty cold here in Dallas, but we're kind of fighting through it. So like I said, we're going to go through some key points here, and then Reese is going to take over and finish the presentation. Basically, the presentation is going to be what we do here at Dallas Area Habitat and how we do it. We currently have 5 employees in the mortgage department, and we have a budget for 6 for 2014. So our mortgage department is here in Dallas is pretty big, and we're able to expand. So that's one of the reasons why we're getting off into this. We want to help the Texas affiliate service their loans, but we want to just kind of go through this morning and give details on what we want to do.
You are now muted. You are now unmuted.
Hello, this is Mary Ellen Thomas in Lake Jackson, Texas, and I've gone to the website, but I'm not able to get on. The website's just showing registration, nothing else.
Mary Ellen, just put in your name and click register. It should just be your name and your email address, and you'll be able to join.
Oh, okay. So it's like you pretend you haven't registered. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right.
Just let us know when you catch on, okay? We'll start over.
No, don't do that. Just go ahead.
No, not start over. We'll continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, hopefully it's doing something. All right.
But we're just talking fine points, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. Currently we're servicing about 1,100 of our own loans, and we've been doing that since 2004. And right now we're servicing 300 loans for Austin, and we've been doing that since 2008. One of the key things that we did was get with our law firm Thompson & Knight, and they wrote a 75-page docket, policies and procedures for us. You will be able to get this policies and procedures from us and just kind of read through it. It's very detailed about all the changes that's taking place in 2014. Thompson & Knight is a top law firm here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and they did an excellent job on that. Some of the key changes that happened in 2014 are some of the things that we want to address in that 75-page document once you get it. What I suggest everybody do is we'll be sending the policies and procedures out. You don't have to sign up with us if you don't want to, but what I want everybody to do is take the document and read over it to see if you have a clear understanding of what our policies are going to be here at Dallas Area Habitat before you choose to go with us or another servicer. The startup fee is going to be $20, and the fees pretty much cover the professional consulting that we had to do, the required license, and the supplies as well. The monthly fee is going to be $10 a month, and $2 of that goes towards Habitat Texas. Outside of that $10 a month, we'll have postage because we have to send statements out each month. And as an example, if you have 100 loans, that'll be $48 a month. All right, Reese is going to jump in from here, and he's going to kind of go through the rest of the presentation. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, can you jot them down and just kind of save it towards the end? We're going to have a Q&A session at the end. And also, Reese and I will send out our email address at the end as well. So if you want to send individual emails or give us a call, we'll do that as well. Thank you.
So right now, star to mute your phone so that the quality is very clear. And then at the end, star 6 to unmute, star 6 to mute. Thanks.
Okay, again, thanks, David. I'm Reese Collins. I'm the Mortgage Services Manager here at Dallas Habitat for Humanity. And as you see right here on this slide, just a quick snippet of the things that we will do and make available for your homeowners so that it'll be a lot easier on you and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. We will address all these things on here on the access for each homeowner, how we're going to post payments and how they will be received, the statements and your reports you'll get on a monthly basis. So the first thing we'll start off with is our yearly payments of homeowners insurance and property taxes. So when getting started, we're going to need to have either the original or a copy of the actual insurance policy, or as most people refer to it as the declarations page. And then we're going to include that into our file system and adjust our name as the first mortgagee. By adjusting our name to first mortgagee, we'll be consistently receiving billing and information to keep up and ensure that that stuff is paid on time and if it's accurate. As you see, the example shows that, let's say it's Kaufman County Habitat for Humanity. Part of that portion will show the name, and then our main address here in Dallas will be subheaded under there. We do that just to make sure information comes to us. We found that over time that if we don't adjust the address, that information will go directly to the other affiliate. Then you have issues with payment, homeowners not being covered, and a long list of things that most people will be aware of on issues that can arise. What is unique, though, when we do make these payments, our checks that will be sent out will have the affiliate's name. Let's say, for example, Austin. It will say Austin Habitat for Humanity and their address on that check. This check will be signed after authority is given for Dallas Habitat for Humanity to give the signatures. What you'll see is the same process for the property taxes, except the only difference is that we will have to work together to ensure that your county is ensuring that all invoices are being sent to your location and to our location. And that way we can double check to make sure prices are correct and we won't have any long-term issues with escrow analysis. We will do escrow analysis, as you see on the last bullet point, and it will include the statements, payment coupons, and the affiliate contact information. As we move forward through this presentation, I will pull up direct examples so you will know exactly how it will appear to each one of your homeowners from top to bottom throughout the process, so this can be easy as possible. What we have on here are the things that we will not do. The first one is really the most important one, is that we will not speak to homeowners. This relationship should be set up through the affiliate for many reasons. The biggest one is that there are times where we'll get calls from Austin and the homeowners are saying, well, I have this issue in Travis County and this is taking place. We can't answer those questions. Those are questions that a person at your affiliate can easily handle on a regular basis. If it's something that needs to be adjusted in the system, we have no problem setting a direct contact with your affiliate so that that can be handled and processed accordingly in our system. What you'll find out as we move forward is that the system that we do use is called TMO, and it stands for the Mortgage Office, and that gives us the ability to break down and separate each loan for each affiliate and for each homeowner. We will also not process bankruptcies. We will not complete foreclosures. Those also stay on the same subheading, for how we're handling with homeowners. What's important on this modifying loans is that we are not, well, I would say we're in between on how we're handling the modifying loans. Each affiliate, as we've learned, some foreclose, some don't foreclose. Everyone has a different process of how this takes place. That's why it's important that you do follow up with the policy and procedures. With the policy and procedures, that's something that David can align and ensure what steps will be taken to make sure that everything is covered appropriately and the homeowner does not fall into a situation to where it can really put them in a delinquent portion. Okay, so after this slide right here, if you need to type in a question on some of these, please feel free on the chat area and we'll try to get to it. It's going to be a little bit confusing as we work our way through this, since we're learning it together on a sense of making sure everyone's information is correct. But on our borrower information, you're going to see this is just a common sheet of what's going to be needed for each file that you want to transfer over. Now, we've talked with different affiliates, and with Trinity and Fort Worth, they aren't sure if they want to send all their loans over. That's perfectly fine. But if they are, these are information that we're going to need for each file, and there's going to be a clear breakdown that's going to be listed for each loan. As you know, some people have bootstraps, some people have different types of THCA, whether it's also MAP. There's so many different types of loans that can be given and credits, and so we need to have clear definition to ensure that each file has everything that is needed. Okay, so what we have here is pretty much what's going to make it easier for you and your affiliate. Your homeowner is going to have access online to ensure that their information has been posted correctly, they can view and handle everything that's needed, and the goal is to pretty much not have them call in, to where they can just go online and see, oh yes, my payment's been posted, I can log in just fine and get this done. Dave and I discussed that what it appears to be is that the best possible action is to ensure that if a homeowner comes into your location, they have access to a computer just to pull the information up. This way, not only are they getting monthly statements from us, they also have access to immediate answers right away, since if they want something on top of the ball. What you'll see on this slide right here is just what it's going to look like and how it's going to be viewed for each homeowner as they go in. And what I want to do is pull in a direct log so you guys can see this firsthand. And notice the top-hand portion, I'm not sure if you guys can see that very clearly, but it has company ID on the left-hand side, user ID, and PIN number. Right now, company ID is set under Dallas Area Habitat for Humanity. We will adjust this accordingly to your affiliate to avoid confusion. The user ID is what you see as the loan number. Loan number is set up by you at your affiliate, and we can input that accordingly. The same with the PIN number. The PIN number is set up however the affiliate wants to set it up. If you want the homeowner to choose that password, that's perfectly fine. But do understand that a database will be needed or a spreadsheet that will need to be held by a direct contact at the affiliate and with our direct contact here in Dallas. This way, in case there's an issue, we can easily go into the account to correct anything that may appear, although we haven't had many issues with this. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, so I've logged in, and what you're going to see are different things for the loan terms and balances, next payment information, borrower information. As we start with the account number, you see the principal balance. Now, on principal balance, this will decrease every time a payment is made. If for whatever reason we were told to pull off, whether it's the bankruptcy, modification, foreclosure, we can adjust that accordingly as well. You see the interest rate, self-explanatory, all the way down. Now, what's also important is the unpaid late charges. There are times where an affiliate may set something up with a homeowner to where the late charges is going to be ignored for a couple months. That's the choice of the affiliate. If that's what you feel is the best action to take, we can do that. But the numbers will be recorded on here so the homeowner can see exactly what is going to be there at that point in time. As we move down to impound balance, for those who don't know, that's just another word for escrow. And that's how we're keeping up with insurance and taxes payments. If we want to move forward, we can select in here and move forward to see when it was paid, if the amount went up from the previous year, if it went down from the previous year. The homeowner will also be able to see how the money is adding up after each monthly payment is turned in. The reserve balance is a unique account setup within our system. Let's say, for example, you have a homeowner that has a mortgage payment of $400 a month, and they constantly turn in $500 a month because they want to stay ahead of the game. Well, you can include on your statements that come to us when we're posting payments that $100 goes into the reserve account, pretty much like a rainy day account, and say, okay, I don't have my money this month, but I want to use that money I set aside to my reserve account to pay for one mortgage payment. We can do that, and that's the option on here. As you know, many homeowners have a lot of different requests, and this is pretty much user-friendly to help out with a lot of different things. As we move down on borrower information, you'll see we have all the homeowner's information here. If something changes, again, with the direct contacts, we can adjust this accordingly and then update the system as needed. To our right-hand side, what you'll see is the payment due date, so they can see how far ahead they are, how far behind they may be. They'll have constant updates with the regular payments, if something is past due, late charges, and so forth. What's interesting down here on this portion I'm circling with my mouse is that after 3/1/2014, you're going to pay $524.46, and that's just for the late charge. Now, as we move forward, we'll talk about what is considered late, but as we set up with everybody, payments are technically due on the first of the month. Our goal is to ensure that this is a normal mortgage. Although we do help each homeowner with different issues that may arise, payments are due on the 1st. So the key thing to know about that is that we do not apply the late fee until the agreement that is made with the affiliate. At Dallas Habitat, they're not late until after the 15th. Other affiliates may be different. If that's how it is for yours, we can set that up and adjust it accordingly from there. I'm going to tab over to our payment history so homeowners can keep up. What you'll see on here is when the date it was received. The date received is when we received it from the affiliate. What you'll see at times is that some homeowners may write a check or get a money order from a week prior and not turn it in until a while later. So we always put date received is when we received from the affiliate and how it was posted. What you'll see on the next column for a date due is what month it applied for. So as you move down, you'll see that you have the setup for the reference, you have a check number here, 671 for another check number, and then we have ACH. Now, ACH is pretty much an automatic draft setup for homeowners, which we find to be the easiest way possible, and this information will be included when we're sending information over to you to prevent any other issues with that as well. The rest of the things on this page is self-explanatory, as you'll see how everything is being set up from the total amount received on their principal to how much money was received and how each payment is docked and accredited for their account. Now that was a lot of information I kind of threw at you guys. So if someone has a question, please feel free to type it in the chat section of the webinar. Other options that we have on the messages, if let's say that a homeowner had a question and something needs to be responded, we can create information here for direct contact your affiliate to handle these questions and fill them appropriately. We all know that different things pop up throughout the day, and this sometimes we found has been a very easy process to handle. You can include compose and set something out there. We have announcements that can be sent out to remind homeowners who consistently log in. Okay, we have a question from Liz Head. Hello, Ms. Head. Some homes will give affiliates a check and we send to you. Yes, that's correct. As we move forward, you will see how the money orders and checks will be sent to Dallas Habitat. While moving forward, you will see that your affiliate is going to clearly deposit that into your own account. We're just posting what you want us to post. You will ensure if something has been cleared. Let's say that a check is sent in for $500 and it bounces. That's perfectly fine. You're going to send us notice to say, hey, this is a bounced check, and then fees will be applied on your end to ensure that you receive your money for the bounced check. Good question. Okay, so we'll move back on to our slideshow so you guys can be back and clear. Okay. Again, just another review of what the homeowners see on their payment history, and they're able to view that. Right now, we're moving to our monthly reports, so your affiliate is able to view and understand what's happening each month with your account. What you'll find is that there are some reports that we can generate at any point in time. There are other reports that we can only generate once a month to ensure accuracy of how funds are being transferred and how funds are being applied to help with your P&L statements and so on. But every month you will receive an affiliate invoice. Quarterly, this will include postage. You will have a payment register. You will have the loan listing of all your loans that have been added or taken away. And you will have a balances journal report. And the balance journal report is a complete breakdown of all the payments that were received throughout that month from each homeowner. So if a homeowner turned in 5 or 6 payments, it's going to have a complete breakdown. If it's 0, then you won't see anything at all on there. Okay. All right. Yearly payments, we talked previously about our insurance and property taxes. Again, we really need to reiterate that your affiliate is the main contact for both of them. We can adjust things as needed, but as you guys have the main contact, it creates a lot of more clear communication instead of the confusion. We will handle these yearly, and letterhead will be included with your affiliate on there. And to give an example, you'll see those in just a minute of what we use for Austin currently. But what's important to know that although that Dallas is the heading for it, we make it a clear point to put your affiliate on top of that. So right now what we're moving to are the escrow analysis and the different things that go out. I'm assuming most of you guys have already sent out your escrow analysis, probably end of January, start of February. And this is just a clear breakdown of what the homeowners are receiving for Austin affiliate. We have on here just the different things that say for the escrow analysis and how to contact a certain person within that affiliate. As you see on this second paragraph, it has a contact for Christine at Austin. Again, this is something we can adjust easily. We have the English and Spanish to adjust as needed. On this page, this is a clear breakdown of what we show for our escrow analysis. And I'm going to pull over a current one for Dallas so that you guys can have a clear understanding of that. And let's see. Okay, I see another question on the left-hand side from Brenda, and she's asking how are payments, how are multiple loans serviced by city and state sources? Now, I can't speak directly on the city and state sources. We have a system that's uniquely set up for Habitat affiliates since we're on a 0% mortgage. So we've found a system that's worked, and it's really hard to explain the difference. The biggest difference that you'll find are there are more requirements if you're city or state funded, and in a sense where more information has to go out on full letterhead. What will take place is that you'll have full breakdown of each single payment, whether it's into the impound, whether it's going to an insurance payment. There's supposed to be 2 or 3 times as much communication as it would be for an affiliate. And the sole reason for that is because they have percentage loans and we do not. We are at 0%. Okay, another question from Brenda is there a capacity to calculate the payoff balances for homeowners who have forgivable loans and deed restrictions? The answer to her question is yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. So what I'll do, and this is actually going to tie in with the escrow so the homeowners can see that, I'm going to pull up our TMO program and show you how we would pull one up for a homeowner. So I'm going to pick an account up right here, and this homeowner right here is Miss Reed, and let's say that she said, okay, I have $10,000 I want to pay off my mortgage, and I know my escrow is coming up or it's passed. What is my payoff amount? We simply go ahead and prepare. We prepare a demand for payoff. And what we have on here is, as of today, the amount due is $84,000 and some change. I can go ahead and move forward and generate a document that can include information needed for each affiliate, and it will show exactly what's needed for that person and what account it will go to. We always ensure that through the demand for payoff that the period is given, not showing on there, that the period is given only for a week in case changes take place. Good question. Okay. Okay, so we have another question from Brenda in regards to ACH payments to be set up to route direct to Habitat. I'm going to address payments in just a little bit, and then I will address that for you in just a second. And then Joe Honeycutt. It says, how does the system handle partial payments, and are they allocated to escrow first, or are they held in suspense until the account and then allocated? Partial payments are set up as the affiliate prefers. What we found as the easiest way to handle that when applying payments, and I will pull it back into TMO. If I'm going to pick a payment for Francis Luna, when we're posting payments on our team, I'll input the information accordingly in here, whether it's an account number, let's say it's 765 is the check, and here it shows the payment is due for $480.77, but they only turn in $300. What we automatically do is apply that to the reserve account, and we ensure that the affiliate is aware that a short payment was made. So the payment will not be applied until a full payment is received. That's the best way to put it. We will set it into their reserve account to hold it until the affiliate gives us approval to apply as a full payment. Let's say, for example, that there was some unforeseen circumstance that took place with this homeowner, and you were well aware that they couldn't make the full payment, and you don't want them to be charged any late fees. We can ignore late fees if that's needed. That is a case-by-case scenario, which would be a one-off, depending on the need. Okay, so going back to the escrow, so we're reviewing and seeing exactly what our homeowners receive. I'm going to zoom in, hopefully you guys can see this. So what we have on here is for Ms. Malone and what was generated for this year. We have a clear statement that breaks down for Dallas Habitat and our location and contact number, account number when everything was pulled. And what you'll see are new payment information on the right-hand side. It's a clear breakdown of the principal and interest and how much money is going towards that when payment is received, how much money is going towards escrow, and if there's a shortage. For the shortage, that takes place if there's an increase in the next year in insurance or taxes. For example, as we scroll down, you'll see the insurance for 2014 is assumed to be $1,085.05. What we also have is the 17 cents for taxes. This is the projections for the coming year. So that means that that is what we paid last year for that homeowner. As I scroll down, what you'll see on the second page is where we made that payment. That's what you'll see right here. On this payment, that's the money that we paid towards the insurance. Now, what's going to take place is that we review through the account to see what was paid the previous year. Right next on the left-hand side, we paid $961 for this homeowner's insurance. Based on this insurance, there's a shortage because the amount increased, which generated a surplus, it generated an increase in their monthly payment for the next year. The exact same thing applies for property taxes as well. And this is how this is determined. Now, I'm going to go back up so you guys can see what and look as if a homeowner. Now, what homeowners typically do that we've seen over time is that they look at their newer payment and what it's going to be when it's effective, and then they scroll down to this section down here. They scroll down and they see, okay, well, it says I have a shortage of $171. Why do I have a shortage? I just answered that question for you guys. Your insurance or your taxes increased, and so we didn't charge you enough money last year. What will take place is that each affiliate will receive a copy of all this before we send these out to the homeowners, so you guys have a heads up on questions that may arise. If you still have issues, feel free to contact us on that manner. In some cases, what you'll see is that some homeowners will have a surplus. They may have paid too much money. By law, we can only keep money that's $50 or less. So anything over $50, we will mail a check to the homeowner as long as they are current. If they are delinquent, then that will be handled accordingly with each affiliate and how they want to use that best. Okay. Any questions, quick questions about the annual escrow? One thing that you'll also see on here is that this is just a breakdown on when payments came throughout the year. So that's why this page is so long. This is every time we receive a payment. All right. What we have here are payment coupons, what are also included in our escrow analysis. And I'll pull up another version for you guys to get a little clearer picture of that. What you'll see on here is what we do send out to each homeowner. To actually make it easier on you guys when you're fielding payments, what we found is that when they have their coupons, it just moves faster when receiving and processing. We're able to go ahead and upload and submit everything into our system accordingly. You have the account number, when the payment's due, principal and interest. And what I like about this is that it shows a section here that if you pay after the 15th, you need to include this amount to cover for the late charge. We still want to put the responsibility on the homeowner saying, look, you're getting a mortgage. This is not a free home. This is not a handout. This is a hand up. And that is the reminder through these coupons, and it helps keep them on track. Joe asked, do you mail the coupons once a month? The answer to that is no. What we do is we mail coupons once a year. Now, if the new account is set up, then we will mail the coupons from the date it was set up through February, since escrow is redone in March. And what you'll see here for Mr. Zambrano, we have March 1st, 2014, and as I scroll down, we're going all the way through to 2015. So you see we've already hit December 2014, and we're coming down to 2015, and it stops right here at February 2015. At this point, we will rerun escrow analysis next year and move forward. You will get your one-offs with people who might lose them. There's no big deal. We can easily print those off and get them to them right away if needed. Question, Joe? Okay, so what we have here is the borrower statement of account. And what this shows is a clear breakdown of what the homeowner is viewing on their statements that also include an escrow analysis. This will show what their account status is, where they're at, when payment was made, and what was handled. So as I scroll down, I'll show you when I'll zoom in a little bit clearer for you guys. Okay. So what you'll see here is just when the statement was printed off, and we send the statement for the previous year, and it will show the period date on there with the homeowner's information, what the remaining principal balance is, and this homeowner is only $4,000 away, what's in their impound account, which is also known as escrow, and what their regular payment is at that point in time. As we scroll down to this section down here, this is just the account activity, when payments were made. Now, one thing that we do see issues with every now and then is a homeowner will come in and say, I turned in a money order for this amount and it wasn't applied correctly. Well, what we do is we go back to here and we're going to assess, okay, what was the money order you had? We're going to compare the money order to see exactly what took place so we can ensure that the homeowner had everything that they needed. You'll see a clear breakdown of each payment for the day it was turned in and what month it was applied for. Becky, you said, I thought monthly statements were now required instead of coupons sent once a year. You are correct. Monthly statements are required, and we will address that. In regards to the monthly statements, we still send out this full activity for the previous year through the escrow analysis. But we will be sending monthly statements, and this is the exact same thing they will be receiving. The exact same thing. Good question. For those of you who can't see this, I'm going to zoom in on the portion on the right-hand side for the principal balance. You can see exactly how the principal balance is decreased after every time a payment is made, so homeowners can keep up and be able to gauge how much money I want to put towards that. There are times where a homeowner may say, I want to make a mortgage payment and I want to put this much towards principal only. All this information will be logged and it will be calculated accordingly on this statement for you to view as the affiliate and the homeowner. This information will also be shown on the online access for Borrowers View Central. Again, this is just showing different things that take place. This one's a little unique as well. As you see here, this homeowner had a late charge. So it's logging and showing the homeowner that as the money turned in, $6.53 went to late charges. So they're able to see where that money is going. Late charges are based only on principal only. It does not include escrow for insurance and taxes. Okay, we'll move forward. All right, so here we are at our payment situation to address a few things. Payments can be done daily or weekly. This will be predetermined. We found this to be a little easier just because when we set up with your direct contact here at our affiliate, we want to make sure that this person is available for you at the time that you are requesting every couple days, every 3 days, 5 days, whatever it may be, to make sure that it is processed accordingly. Late payments, for us, it's the 15th of the month. We will address with each affiliate individually on what the best option is. We found that some affiliates have a late payment date after the 17th, some are the 15th, some affiliates have the 10th of the month. What you see next is the ACH, and this is go back to address the question we received earlier in regards to how they be applied. The ACH will be set up through Dallas Habitat only if we're using a certain account, and David will address that at the end. We currently use Northern Trust, and that's going to be something that we might have a little bit of a hiccup with on determining what's the best route. That's going to be our one-off for the entire process. So if you do choose Northern Trust, we can easily pull that when needed. We currently pull our ACH automatic draft on the 5th of every month. If the 5th falls on a Saturday or Sunday, we will pull it the first business day afterwards. This will also be included on the online view component for the homeowners as you saw previously. And we request that as when the payments come through, that the payments be scanned in and emailed for posting so that we can keep a log. We will keep a consistent log that shows what we receive from the affiliate and their contact, and we will have it on there along with the payment register to show that all payments were applied correctly. Once we send confirmation back to you that payments were applied correctly, you receive confirmation that the online system has been updated. This will benefit you because the online component, you can go in and act as if you are that homeowner to ensure that it was viewing correctly. Again, touching back on the payments, the affiliate will receive the payments, and you will deposit your own payments. Again, you will deposit your own payments. We're only going to have copies or scanned versions of that. A cover page will be needed, and I will pull one up for you guys right now. So what we have on here is what was sent to us and to Sylvia in our department, what was received for her. And you can see on here different things that stood out for each affiliate, for each loan that might have a unique situation. What we have on here for Ms. Jennings in the middle portion, it just shows that they include the payment for $551.41, and it's actually be paid for the December 2013 payment. The reason why that's important is because sometimes you'll receive information that may come in where they say, I don't want to pay my late fees right now, I don't have that money. At that point, we can easily adjust that and move forward with that portion. You'll see here it's on your letterhead along with the person who's their point of contact. What we have on this area is the scanned version of the, of the payments that came in. Please notice that the areas that are included of circle are the account numbers. Most of the times we can't read the handwriting, so when the account number is put on there and circled, it's easy for us to go through and apply accordingly. Everyone's pretty aware that you'll have different accounts that will have someone's parent may pay for their mortgage payment that month. It may be a friend, cousin, whomever, and that will be addressed accordingly, and that's why we asked for this portion. And now I'm going to pull up a section for you guys for revisions. What you see here is just what we received on 20th from them, from Austin, with a similar situation to that. This, again, same thing. I'm just going to scroll through so you can see the full breakdown. We have a total of 6 payments received on this date. That's going to be posted with this same date for 120. We have note the following for these accounts, that these may be one-off issues. If there's no issue and the accounts will be posted as normal, then we will go ahead and post as normal. As you see, again, we're showing account numbers along with the money orders, so we can include that on the statement so when we update it accordingly, and then it goes all the way through for whomever it may be. Now, one thing that we do not have on here is, let's say that a check bounced and you're accepting checks, then that's a comment that needs to be added on here saying this payment needs to be removed and the fee of this amount needs to be included on there. All right, so now we're getting into our delinquency letters on what takes place through our team. What we do send out delinquency letters on our affiliate for 15 days, 30, 60, and 90. Now, this is exactly how the payment will be viewed for the homeowner when we mail this out to them. You will see that your affiliate heading will be at the top left-hand side of the sheet, along with the account number, information, a full breakdown of what the late charges are and how much is past due. If it is 30 days, 60, or 90, however long their delinquent amount is, it will be included on there. It will say January 1, 2013, you owe this much. February 1, 2013, you owe this much. And I'll have a complete breakdown of each mortgage portion and with the late fees so that you can see what the full balance is. And then we'll also have your contact information at the bottom of that page. So if they have questions, they can easily contact you guys to where it'll just be a simple step-by-step process instead of jumping around to many different people handling one file. All right, monthly reports. Monthly reports are critical for what we found for not just our affiliate, but for also in Austin when we're sending information on. You will receive a borrower late report. The late report is self-explanatory as well as the invoice. The general report and payment registers are imperative to us here in Dallas because we want to ensure that we're posting everything correctly. if we're finding issues right away, somebody chimed in? Oh, I guess we're good. Okay, so what you'll see is that we'll have these issues where we may have posted the payment incorrectly. This is how a lot of the information is caught, and this is sent into an Excel spreadsheet to your affiliate. So you're able to pretty much close out your months, and you're able to calculate what money is coming through and what money is going out on a regular basis. The same thing will take place with the monthly trust fund reconciliation on the escrow account and the disbursement details. Disbursement details is really unique because everyone has different programs. This touches on a lot of people having the bootstrap loans, TDHCA. I know Austin has the new mortgage tax credit, and we have different things that come about. This is logged on this information so that you can view and see how much went towards this area for this month. And you're able to keep your own report of what's taking place on a month-by-month basis, which will make it easier for you closing out your year. Okay, from Brenda, it says, how are current cash payments handled for reporting to Dallas Habitat? We do not take any cash payments here at Dallas Habitat. We only take check, money order, or we take the automatic draft. It's a larger issue for us to have to go to the bank. It's also an issue on, we don't want to put our employees in a situation to where money can disappear. So we know that with these statements and them keeping a log of what they turn in with a money order or check, they know exactly what they turned in, and there's a paper trail. We want to just cut that whole issue out altogether, and that's why we do not receive any cash payments. Good question. All right, so what you're seeing here is just an example of the month-end report that we sent to Austin. This is from 2013, where it just has a complete breakdown of what was taking place on those reports that we discussed. Now, you're going to receive about 10 different reports that all accumulate to this one big report. The spreadsheet that you do receive is just, you're going to be able to see how we picked our numbers and put them right back in there so your numbers are zeroing out. And to show like a quick difference is as we move forward, you'll see the balance journal section right here. It shows that for the month of January, the ending balance is $11 million and some change. Below that says no new accounts. We're still at $13.10. If you move down to March, you'll see an account adjustment of 3. So it went from $13.10 to $13.13. We show the new accounts in there so it can show a clear breakdown of how all money is being applied, how accounts are being set up, so you're able to see what's taking place step by step. Payment register is self-explanatory again. It's showing all the principal payments coming in. The trust is also another name for the escrow account, and how much money is being applied to late fees, and other are the one-offs. You have different situations that may take place, and that's a case-by-case scenario that we can handle on a personal basis if you guys have more questions about that. We pretty much discussed everything else on here. If you have a question, please shoot it to me. Okay, so here we're at towards this is our frequently questions. What we have on here is just the account information. This is something that we set up with David and what's the best route to take on how we're handling this. We're noticing that everyone has a different bank that everybody uses, and from that point, we're going to set something up that will be user-friendly for you guys, and that's going to be a case-by-case scenario. What we prefer is that it is Northern Trust, but everyone may not have a Northern Trust in their area. Again, that's something that myself and David will handle with you accordingly. We'll also have our bank account set up and signature cards. You want to talk on the signature cards real quick, David?
Yes. Sorry, guys. So when it comes to the sending out escrow payments to the county and insurance, we have to sign each individual check here at Dallas Habitat. So myself, the CFO, the COO Sarah Brooks, and Bill Hall, the CEO, would have to have signing authority. So we would have to do signature cards for your bank. Like Reese was saying, we currently use Northern Trust Bank for all our operating escrow investment accounts. We use them for every account that we have, and Austin uses them as well. We would have a long-term working relationship with those guys. However, if it's going to cause any hardship for you guys to change your escrow account, we will work with you the best way possible. I don't want to cause any hardship. We'll just find the best way to work around that.
Okay, now we're going to move back just to the extra portion of treatment of homeowners. We've just had issues in the past where some homeowners felt they weren't being treated correctly for whatever reason that may be. That just goes back to us saying that the direct contact isn't your affiliate. We want to, again, cut that out altogether. There shouldn't be any issue with how we treat our homeowners, and that's why we say we deal directly with a direct representative from each affiliate to cut that portion out. Yes, we do have the ability to work with Bootstrap with the TDHCA loans, and we can show for each homeowner. Now, we have received questions in regards to how do you keep track with that and how much money is to be switched over. That will be included in your report. If you have a question throughout the month like, well, was money received for this account, whichever your representative is, we can easily have that information ready for you and prepared if needed. So that's something that can be done. We do ask that that's something that we have to work with together so we can ensure that that's been taking place. Okay, so here's my contact information on here. I also include David, and I'm going to get the list from Amy to ensure that you guys have everything we need. We are now ready to field questions. We can jump back through to the rest of the presentation for whatever questions you guys may have.
Hey, this is Amy. I also want, from Habitat Texas, I just want to also announce to you that we at Habitat Texas will be able to, through a grant, provide each affiliate transfer setup fees for your first 5 mortgages you transfer by the end of the summer. So just know that that benefit is coming to you. The first 5 mortgages that you transfer before the end of the summer, the setup fee will be waived. So that might give you an opportunity to try it out and see what's and I'll get more details to you on that shortly. And if you want to jump in now, you can use the chat feature or star to unmute. Chaz just asked per loan. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, that's correct. There is a setup fee per loan. Just because of all the information that we see, you will be receiving a pretty long Excel spreadsheet to ensure the information is correct, and then we have to upload everything correctly and then have it double check with you guys. You want to see the fee schedule? All right. And like David was saying here, this isn't something that we're trying to just break the bank on different affiliates. It's a service to all the affiliates here in Texas to make sure that we're assisting where we can because we have the capabilities at this time. Any other questions? If not, I will put my information back up. So you can email, and David and I will respond to you in a timely manner.
Wait, I'm sorry, Reese, there are a couple more questions. Linda from Kent County says, we're a small affiliate. Can these fees be recouped, or are they operating expense? That's her first question.
Well, repeat that question again, please.
Will these fees be, will they be recouped, or are they an operating expense?
Can they ask questions differently? Are they saying that will we give the money back to them? Or
I would think, Linda, let me know. Do you mean how would they be classified in your budget? And if so, I would think that they would be an operating expense, correct?
It is operating expense. It is operating expense to them, correct?
Okay. So operating expense. Lori Mealy says, if a homeowner is several months behind and on a special payment plan now, how is that reflected in the statement?
Good question. So on the statement, what it's going to show, and I'm going to pull up a delinquent account so you guys can see that and see a view of that. So I have one person who's delinquent here. On the history, let's say they're on a payment plan. What we're showing here on this end is that they are due for the month of January. It's just showing that we are still applying payments just not towards the monthly payment. So it's sitting into their reserve account until it's time to have that applied accordingly. Now this, again, is handled in-house with your affiliate. So let's say that you know of their special situation and there's some error that's taking place, then at that point in time, we can easily go in and make the adjustment accordingly based on what the need is. Good question.
Okay, one more question from Linda. If an affiliate dissolves, ceases to exist, is there a way to keep this service going?
We haven't thought about that. Amy, this is David. We haven't thought about that. And I'm glad you brought that question to us because I need to pose that question to Thompson tonight. That's an excellent question.
And then Joe and Trish have some questions, yeah.
He says, for new mortgages per HFHI policy, the monthly fee can be charged to the homeowner so long as it is in the mortgage, but cannot on a current mortgage. I'm a little confused. Now, you're saying that the late fee should be... Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, can you hear me? No, for Habitat policy, which was approved like 2 or 3 years ago, is that the servicing fee can be charged, can be added to the homeowner's payment, so long as the total payment does not exceed 30% of the family's income, and but it has to be set. That has to be stated in the mortgage. So you can't go back and start charging fees to existing homeowners. So the affiliate will have to pay the fee but can't charge it. But on new ones they can.
Correct. Hey, Joe, this is David McKeever again. That's excellent. So, like you said, it has to be, they would have to know up front that this, so anybody that's grandfathered in, we cannot apply that to them. But that's an excellent comment, Joe.
Excellent. And with respect to the comment that somebody asked about an affiliate closing down, I mean, this is really an important component because when an affiliate closes down, the normal process that happens is that somebody from Habitat steps in to help the affiliate arrange a transfer of the mortgages to another affiliate so that the mortgages are still being serviced. To have a third-party servicer handling it so it can be easily transferred, that makes it much easier than trying to catch up, because if an affiliate shuts down or kind of like gives up, there's often a gap in terms of statements, escrow analysis, collections, even collecting money, what to do. So this would be very important if some affiliates even thinking about doing that.
Correct, Joe, and that's one of the benefits of us being an affiliate. So, 9 times out of 10, we would either we would continue to service that loan, or we would transfer it to another affiliate and allow them the option of having us service it or somebody else service it.
Yeah. That's good.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Trish, your question was, will you be able to assist with the legal collections question? That's a part of foreclosure bankruptcy, or bankruptcy. That is more towards the side of no. We will do what we can, but at the same time, our hands are a little tied depending on how each affiliate works. Everyone has a different way of how they handle those things. We have no problem, kind of going through what we do here at our affiliate. But again, it's what you feel is best for your homeowner, since we all technically work independently.
And Reese and I will probably we're having 4 visits this month at different locations in Texas. Leadership Council. So we can go more into details about the one-off situations when we are in your area as well.
Do we have any other questions? And I'm going to leave my information up here for you guys if you want to go ahead and email me or give me a call, and David and I will respond to you as quickly as we can.
Go ahead and put mine.
For the leadership councils, generally those are for executive directors, but there's a lot of folks who aren't executive directors who handle the mortgage servicing for your affiliate. So please feel free to, you are welcome at those Leadership Council meetings. Those dates and times and places can be found on habitattexas.org under the calendar section. habitattexas.org. Just be sure to RSVP for that. So if you have some more in-depth questions, David and Reese will be joining me at this next round of council meetings. And also just be on the lookout for the next newsletter that will give more details about your first 5 mortgages. Setup fee will be waived through a grant from Habitat Texas. And I believe the kickoff program is start accepting mortgages on March 1st. Is that right, Reese and David? What's the time frame?
We have to make sure. We have to make sure that all the bank information is set up. You know, it's a lot of things to set up. The official launch is going to be March 1st, but we have to make sure that the policies and procedures are read and understood and signed, got back to us. So there's a lot of paperwork behind the scenes to make sure that you're starting on March 1st.
So the next steps for affiliates interested in getting a little bit more information and specifics about how to proceed with their mortgage transfers, we would need to set up individual calls per affiliate to really get into the details. Is that right?
We can do that, and I'm in D.C. next week for Habitat on the Hill. I will send out the policies and procedures to you, Amy, and you can distribute it to any affiliate that may be interested in going with us. Okay.
So if you've registered for this webinar today, I will send you this information from Reese and from David. I will also send them your contact information. So we'll have a little bit of a hub. If there's anything that you specifically need to ask, you'll be getting the supporting documentation from this webinar. Probably later today, also with the recording. So you will have everybody will have everybody's information to go over next steps.
Perfect.
Anybody else have *6 to unmute?
Hey, thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Amy, for coordinating this.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Y'all stay warm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.